First at 5. From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
Welcome to WUFT News First at 5. I'm Landry, Baliton.
And I'm Meleah, Lyden. Thanks for joining us. In the Ukraine crisis, Russia may be ready to take a few steps back. NBC's Alice Burr has the latest from Washington.
A potential step back from the brink.
Yesterday, the Russian government publicly proposed to continue the diplomacy. I agree. We should give the diplomacy every chance to succeed.
As Russia says it's pulling some of its troops away from Ukraine's borders. Russian President Vladimir Putin said today his country is ready for more talks with the West as he met with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Putin announcing that partial withdrawal of some troops, though it's a claim he's made before, only to keep building up forces around Ukraine. So far, no satellite images corroborating a drawdown. The U.S., Ukraine, and allies believe it's too soon to tell if this is a true sign of de-escalation.
On the face of it, all the tools are here for a multifaceted attack, air, land, sea, from the south, the east, and the north to take down Ukraine.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin traveling to Europe today to meet with NATO allies. While inside the White House, a group of experts has been gaming out responses to a range of scenarios, including an invasion. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers still hammering out how to hit the Russian economy if it invades.
We are very committed to very heavy sanctions against Russia if they continue their aggression.
Cautious optimism, but a clear determination to be ready for whatever comes next. In Washington, Alice Burr, NBC News.
The 2012 Sandy Hook tragedy results in a massive liability settlement. 9 families reached a $73 million settlement with now bankrupt Remington and its insurers. Remington made the AR-15 used in the school shooting, and the wrongful death lawsuit focused on its marketing strategy. Adam Lanza killed his mom at home with a different rifle and then drove to the elementary school to attack with the Remington. His rampage killed 20 first graders and 6 teachers before he used a handgun to kill himself.
A man charged with a series of road rage shootings in Central Florida is out on bond. Emmanuel Bullard is now out of the Orange County Jail on just $6,000 bond. The 19-year-old is accused of 4 different shootings since December. Investigators describe him as a menace, someone who would lower his window and start shooting because of road rage. He was caught after an anonymous tip. At the State Fair in Tampa, the SkyTram ride reopened this morning after a child fell out of over the weekend. A 7-year-old girl slipped under the safety bar of a gondola seat and fell about 30 feet onto a grassy area. She was rushed to the hospital for a possible broken wrist. The fair says the ride was re-inspected and is working as designed.
Inflation is taking its toll on local Latin businesses. WUFT's Mariana Ortiz spoke with some insiders to learn more about this growing problem.
Desde consumidores hasta pequeñas empresas, todos están sintiendo el duro golpe del aumento en los precios de los productos básicos. Eros Puentes, quien es copropietario de la Maracucha Food Truck junto a su esposa María, comentó lo difícil que le ha sido generar ingresos y a su vez satisfacer a sus clientes y empleados.
Por muchos meses no quisimos subir los precios, no nos gustaba la idea de subir los precios, teníamos la esperanza de que eso no iba a durar tanto tiempo como sí ha durado.
Según el Departamento del Trabajo de los Estados Unidos, la tasa de inflación en los últimos 12 meses aumentó a un 7.5%. Esta pareja notó que los productos que usan diariamente, como la carne, el queso y el aceite, habían aumentado dramáticamente durante el mes de enero. El índice de precios al consumidor, o CPI, indica que el promedio de la comida subió un 0.9%. Solamente la carne aumentó un 12.2%. Sin embargo, el costo de la energía también incrementó a un 0.9% en enero del 2022.
Hasta que ya nos dimos cuenta que estábamos hasta aquí, la cuenta empezó a ir en negativo.
Este aumento no solo afecta en la canasta básica y la gasolina, sino también en las utilidades, dificultando la calidad de vida para muchos residentes en Gainesville. Ramírez Salazar comenta que su salario actual ya no le permite adquirir lo mismo que en el pasado, por lo que se ve obligado a sacrificar algunos artículos en su lista de compras.
Y sencillamente eso hace que tenga que buscar alternativas, ¿verdad? Trabajar un poco más para tener un poco más de dinero y poder cubrir esas otras necesidades que tengo.
Salazar no es el único que se frustra al pagar más por menos. Sara Méndez, dueña de Latin Food Blessings, no ha podido aumentar los precios en su menú, ya que sus clientes se han quejado. Y por si fuera poco, el aumento en el salario mínimo impide que un comercio pueda cubrir los gastos necesarios de luz, agua y renta.
Justamente ahora, como hay frío, hemos estado poniendo la calefacción, entonces eso ha aumentado más el consumo de electricidad. Y es bastante, se nota una diferencia.
Verónica Alfonso, estudiante de arquitectura, comparte el sentimiento de Méndez, alegando que en menos de un año ha visto un aumento de casi el doble en las utilidades.
Hace 2 años pagaba aproximadamente $50 de utilities, actualmente estoy pagando entre $80 y $100 al mes.
Chipotle celebrates a milestone today, but the company plans on even more expansion. Today, a new location opens in Arizona, bringing the chain's number of stores to 3,000. The CEO says branding and economics have helped Chipotle survive the pandemic and other issues. He wants to eventually add 4,000 more stores. Landry, it was a cold start to this morning.
Oh, I know. I'm hoping that we're going to experience some warmer temperatures soon. WUFT's Mariana Larsen joins us now with our first look at the weather.
Yeah, we had a pretty chilly night last night, but it is not going to be as cold as it was last night. Last night I felt like I was freezing, but we are going to see warmer temperatures going on tonight, but I'll get to that in a second. First, let's look at our current conditions outside. Outside of our studio, it's looking mostly cloudy outside. If you look behind me, you could see a lot of clouds developing along the horizon. Right now in Gainesville, it is feeling like 66. And across the region, we are seeing similar trends. Right now in Ocala, it's looking like 69. Stark is looking like 64, and High Springs is looking like 65. Looking into tonight, as I mentioned earlier, it is not going to be as cold as it was. We're going to hit lows around the lower 50s.
You're watching WUFT TV News.
Welcome back. A new study confirms the benefits of a booster shot of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. The study was based on electronic health records of 3 million people in California. Found the booster restored 88% effectiveness against infection and 97% against hospitalization. Pfizer is also collecting data on whether 3 mini doses, each just 1/10 of the normal adult strength, will be safe and effective for children aged 2 to 5. Another study confirms the loss of taste reported by some COVID patients is a real thing. Some scientists wondered if perceptions were wrong, or if there was confusion with the loss of the sense of smell. A center that specializes in such research says it's real, and loss of taste impacts at least 1/3 of COVID patients. It's normally temporary, lasting a couple weeks.
February is American Heart Month, so Play Tennis Gainesville is hosting special clinics to increase outreach about heart health.
Attitude Brenda Gagno and her daughter Heather take on a regular basis. Throughout this month, they participate in Play Tennis Gainesville's special edition February clinics.
This is cardio tennis, which is a little bit different. It combines cardiac and tennis together.
Gagno is a vascular technologist. She appreciates the opportunity to improve her cardiovascular health. Christopher Champion is the head coach. He's also a certified United States Tennis Association high performance coach. He enjoys training people in Gainesville.
We saw a need in the community. We realized that tennis is a great sport, but we need to introduce a physical activity that allows for exercise.
The American Heart Association recommends people get 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity aerobic exercise. Champion encourages participants to keep moving the entire time.
It's a really good lifelong experience. You see people of all ages being able to play tennis.
When off the court, players run through agility ladders. Ladders that Champion and both the Gagnos believe will lead to heart success.
Meleah, I noticed it got pretty cold last night.
Me too. I heard some places even had temperatures below freezing. But it warmed up nicely today, and it looks okay out there on our campus cam. Mariana Larsen joins us next with the full forecast.
You're watching WUFT-TV News.
Looking across the region, it's feeling really comfortable outside. We have those nice temperatures going on. Right now in Gainesville, it's feeling like 67. Ocala's like 69, and Bronson is 68. Looking into our evening planner for the night, as I mentioned earlier, we are getting a night that's a lot warmer than what we saw last night. We're going to start at 60 here in Gainesville, and we're going to drop into the lower 50s as the night goes on, so it's definitely a lot warmer than those freezing temperatures we got last night. Tonight we're going to see some mostly cloudy skies. Looking into the highs for tomorrow, it's going to feel a lot warmer than it was today. Gainesville is going to be at 67, Ocala is going to be at 78, and Bronson's going to be at 78 as well, because we are seeing a warming trend for the next 2 days. Because of this, on Thursday we are going to get some even warmer temperatures. Across the state, we are seeing temperatures in the 80s, and looking specifically into our region, Gainesville's going to feel like 83, Ocala's going to feel like 84, and High Springs is going to feel like 83. But don't hang on to those temperatures for too long, because we are getting a cold front on Friday. Now, this cold front is going to bring a drop in temperatures, but also a possibility for rain and thunderstorms. Now, that cold air that's being brought in by that cold front is going to push the warm air that we have here up into our atmosphere, and that's going to cause chances for precipitation. But as we hit Friday night and Saturday morning, you can see that all that rain is going to be past us, and we're just going to be left with those cooler temperatures. Now, taking a look at our 6-day outlook, as I mentioned, we're going to see a warming trend on Wednesday and Thursday, but by Friday we are going to see that cold front coming in. Temperatures are going to drop, and chances of rain are going to go up. We're going to see chances around 60%, and Saturday and Sunday we're going to see temperatures cooling a little bit, but by Monday, we should see temperatures reaching back up into the 80s yet again.
You're watching WUFT-TV News.
Welcome to sports. I'm Taylor Burr. The Florida men's basketball team meets Texas A&M for the first time in 2 years tonight. The Gators look to get back on track after having their 4-game win streak snapped at now number 4 Kentucky on Saturday. The Gators are currently 16-9 overall and sit 7th in the SEC. Texas A&M has lost 8 straight games. Despite the Aggies being 12th in the SEC, Gator coach Mike White knows his team must be ready for A&M.
On to what we just went through the other day, we weren't very good, obviously, against a team that could win it all potentially, and who knows how A&M will finish down the stretch, but they're obviously very, very capable. They got off to an amazing start this year in league, and 15-2 if I'm not mistaken at one point, and so they've done it before. And
the game starts at 7 on SEC Network. Meanwhile, the 17th ranked UF women's basketball team is now 4th in the SEC after defeating Auburn last night 83-77. The Florida women were hot from a long range, making 6 3-pointers on the night. But it was the Gators' defense that led them to victory, holding Auburn under 40% shooting. Florida was also impressive from the free throw line, knocking down 23 of 28 attempts. The Gators will be back on action this Thursday when they host Arkansas. Staying on campus, number 6 Florida softball team has a busy couple of days. Tonight they will be on the road at Jacksonville, and then will turn around and host the Dolphins on Wednesday at 6. Turning our attention to the pool, number 5 men's and number 17 women's swimming and diving teams are also set to begin competition at the SEC Championships today. The championships run through February 19th in Knoxville, Tennessee. Hawthorne girls basketball team plays in a Class 1A regional final tonight at Wildwood. The Hornets lost to Wildwood earlier this year in a district tournament contest. Head coach Cornelius Ingram knows it will be a tough task.
They just beat us a couple weeks ago in our district championship. Well coached, athletic at every position. I mean, they played defense probably better than a lot of teams we've faced.
Tonight's game starts at 7 o'clock at Wildwood. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Taylor. For one last bit of news in the sports world, an Olympic champion has a big announcement to share with the world. Legendary gymnast Simone Biles has won silver, gold, and now a diamond. NFL player Jonathan Owens got down on one knee on Valentine's Day, and she said yes. She posted photos of the proposal on Instagram and showed off the new bling in a close-up video. Meleah, that is so sweet. I, as a former gymnast, am a huge fan of Simone Biles.
Before we go, one last check on the weather.
Looking into tomorrow's forecast, we are expecting to see highs in the mid-70s. It's going to be a lot warmer than it was today, and it's going to be really beautiful outside. Let's take a look at our 6-day forecast for the week. We're expecting temperatures to rise Wednesday and Thursday, but by Friday we're having a cold front coming in, and then temperatures are going to drop. But by Monday, temperatures should be back in the 80s again.
Thanks, Mariana, and thank you for joining us. I'm Landry Baliton. BBC World News is next, and the PBS NewsHour is coming up at 7.
And I'm Meleah Lyden, but your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org. Have a great night.